Hey, all, so glad you're here for our second class. I want to get right to it. So, in the Mindset Body Fix course, we talk about intermittent fasting as far as cutting out foods or cutting out food for a certain amount of time. I personally do intermittent fasting and I cut out foods till 11 a.m. and then I eat after that. So, these sisters in More Than a Body, which we talked about in our last class, say that you should try an intermediate fast, but it would be a media fast. So instead of cutting out food, you would cut out media. They said it's highly effective, and a lot of women do this regularly. And how you do it is you pick a time, an amount, a day, a week, a month. Interestingly, if you remember, the prophet had the young adults do this is take a break from social media. Do you remember this? And these girls are saying in a very effective way to feel better about your body and have higher vibration emotions about your body is to intermittent media fast. And they ask a question, which I think is really applicable. I have the book right here. It's on page 82 if you want to follow along, but it says, look back on your media use over your lifetime. How do you believe the messages you've been exposed to have affected you? How might those messages have affected your self esteem or the way you think of yourself? I think that's huge. Media has definitely served a role in that for me, and so have people in my life and family members and friends and people like that. But I know that social media and media in general, advertising, has all affected me. So this is what one of the girls said who did the social media fast, and I'll just she just basically said she had a moment of truth when the world that she once knew was shattered, and it was in a good way. She said, perhaps this was due to the fact that I actually started living my life through my own senses rather than laying on my bed scrolling through miles of empty posts and updates. What I love about what this girl said about her media fast is that she realized that creating, which is living in the present, doing the things you want to do, have purpose and intention, find beauty, joy, and variety in your life. Those are the things that she was giving up by scrolling through miles of posts and updates. So instead of creating, she was consuming. And we'll find throughout our lives, throughout any part of our life, including um, from really any part, that this is true. When we create, we are happier. When we consume, we are not as happy. This is what I found for my clients and myself a ton. Okay, so I think the part I loved about this that was very life coachy ish was that they talk about just if you do expose yourself to media, be very deliberate and conscious about what you are viewing. Be intentional, like we always talk about as we're talking thought work. In other words, exercising discernment, analyzing, assessing, becoming aware of what you're thinking, and then cut out the bad and amplify the good. Okay. So take the time to deliberately question, and this is a quote from their book, what you see and how it impacts you. Seeing more in your world enables you to see more in your own beliefs and hopes around your body. It will become easier to catch yourself before you get lured into promises, the great things you can qualify for once your body looks like this, or your food intake and workout regimen look like that. So that what they'll say the rest of this book just talks about all the inner work. They say all of this starts inside. And then as you produce better feelings and thoughts about your body, you will also be able to produce the healthier version of yourself that you've been wanting for so long. So, like I've told so many clients, you can't beat yourself better. The very best thing is to love yourself better, and it's the hardest work you'll ever do. So, what I've found is that I want to teach you how to feel on purpose instead of what I've taught you in the past, which is how to sit with negative emotion, how to resolve it, how to be okay with negative emotion in your body. Where is it? Can you observe it? Can you watch it? Can you wait for it to loosen or resolve or get easier? And then can you love yourself? Show yourself compassion. Say, of course, I felt that emotion for a reason. Anyone with my brain and body would feel that way about this situation. It's okay that I felt angry, or it's okay that I felt hurt, or it's okay that I felt discouraged. So, our emotions are intelligence and they absolutely help us with everything in our lives. There's a reason why we have both positive and negative emotions, and we want both. Okay. If someone dies, we want to feel grief. We've gone over this before, but now I want to talk about this other huge piece that I've been learning recently and that I've been working on. I know that you've probably heard my morning routine that I do. And one of them is that I do a model on my brain every single morning for my mental health. But I've also started allowing emotion every single morning for just 2 to 5 minutes. And it's the same question I ask myself about the model. In the model, I ask myself, what is not quite as good as I wish it were today? And I can always, almost always, come up with something that's happening in my life. If not, it's just a gratitude moment and I love it, but it doesn't occur as often as I wish it would. So then I just sit with the emotion of what that unintentional model caused for me. Today it was discouragement, and I just felt discouraged for a little bit today. And I just allowed myself to feel it. And then I was kind to myself about feeling it. Okay, so we've done the work of negative emotion and how healthy it is. And what we feel, we heal. And what we resist as far as emotions will persist. But now I want to talk about feeling on purpose. So after I felt discouraged for a while this morning, guess what I decided to feel? My intentional model, which my intentional model, the feeling that I came up with was trust. And I also got to hope. So as I decided to think about the intentional model and what I actually wanted to believe about this situation that had caused me discouragement, and I felt discouragement first so that I was feeling it and healing it. Then I moved on to, okay, guess what? Now I'm going to feel trust and hope. This is the neat part, guys. You can feel on purpose. So now that you know a lot of your negative emotions, where is anxiety? Where is fear? Where is anger? Where is sadness? You know what that feels like and you know how to sit with it. What if you could now start feeling the amazing emotions on purpose? And especially since we're on this body image work, how would you like to feel about your body? What emotions do you wish you felt about your body? Did you know you can feel them on purpose? This is awesome. How does gratitude for your body feel? If we just sit right now, you and I, and you think some thoughts of gratitude in your life, what do you think comes up as far as emotions? Do you have emotions that are coming up like love, kindness, or joy about your body? I have decided that I'm going to feel on purpose. So if I'm thinking different thoughts about my body that make me feel gratitude, I can start to feel on purpose. I'll tell you what I want to feel about my body most, and that is gratitude. It's a very high vibration emotion. It is right up there with love and peace, which are two things you want to be feeling more and more in your life. All of us do. So here are my 15 favorite thoughts about my body, and I will share these thoughts with you in the worksheets. So I will do the worksheets that the questions that you can answer, and then I'll put this in also so that you have it. But these are my favorites, and believe me, think of your own. Your thoughts will be the very best thoughts, but these ones make me feel so much gratitude. And I can tell you the place that gratitude is in my body. And it is an expansive, light, just awesome place in my chest that gives me, and it's a weight off. It's looser, it's happier, um it's something I want to feel more of. So these are my 15. Are you ready? 1, I am healthy. 2, I am strong. 3, I am continuously striving for a healthy body. 4, I love myself. 5, I love my body. 6, I am listening to my body. 7, I am drinking plenty of water. 8, I am eating the foods my body wants. 9, I love and accept myself just as I am. 10, I am blessed. 11, I am beautiful. 12, I respect my body enough to take good care of it. 13, my body helps me fulfill the measure of my creation. 14, my body gives me the ability to do everything I do. And 15, my body keeps me alive every single day. I put some time into these favorite thoughts about my body. And when I read this or I voice memo it and listen to it, I feel a deep sense of gratitude for the gift of my body. I am trying to feel on purpose emotions about my body. So just like we can feel the disappointment in ourselves for different things about our body, we can also feel on purpose like gratitude, love, kindness, joy, anything you want to feel. Start thinking the thoughts that will create that feeling for you. And then practice it. It's just like everything else. It's not going to come super easy to you right away. Why? Because you've been fed a line of false beliefs and discouraging beliefs since you were really, really small. And so it is not going to be a fleeting thought you have in your mind, and it will stick and you will feel it. But I can definitely tell you that it works as far as practicing feeling on purpose. It works. Decide what you want to feel. Start thinking the thoughts that work for your brain, steal some of mine, make some of your own, and start practicing. It'll take patience, it'll take time, and it'll take practice. But I am already doing so much better with my fair skin insecurities. It's been a while now. Yesterday, I taught a lesson to a bunch of women, and I also played the piano in front of a large group of people. And in both of those cases, I was in front of a large group of people for a while, and I didn't have any skin tanning cream on, and I didn't even think about it. And before, I would have thought about the whole time, like, everyone's seeing this, didn't even think about it, didn't even cross my mind. So this is a process, but it works. And it is so exciting, isn't it? Okay, guys, we will see you in the next video. And so glad you've been here with me.